make some Tilapia Fajitas because it's springtime, and I think I have a couple videos. Not too sure. I've done so many, I don't know, but I thought this would be nice to share. This is what I have when it's springtime and you want a lighter menu, and I think the fajitas would go great over quinoa or a brown rice. If you want to spice it up your brown rice, but this is going to have so many flavors that you're not going to really need to flavor up your brown rice. And then, but I'm going to make this into like a fajita salad. It's still breakfast, and it's Easter weekend, and I thought, gee whiz, I just have a craving for fish, but I want some flavor in my fish. So just heat up your cast iron skillet. Should always have one of these. There's a lot of reasons, and I posted it in because it's a natural way of getting iron for sure. But get the ones that are made, you know, here. If they're made overseas, and make sure that they have a really good label like Lodge, and you know, there's different cast irons. But if you can get a cast iron made here in the States, you got it going on. You got a something that's going to last eternity because it is made out of iron. So I'm going to heat it up pretty hot, and I'm going to turn on my fan. And then I already have it sliced up, my fajita. This is just one fillet because it's just for me. And I have some wine. I'm going to make a salsa kind of salad vinaigrette. I think that will go well with it. I was just thinking what would go well with some fish tilapia. And I have some julienne slices of both white and red onion, and some bell peppers. If you have red bell peppers, better. Get some some colorful, pretty colorful bell peppers. I think they're just better. So I put a little bit of oil in there. I use some organic sunflower oil. Avocado oil seems to be like the hit thing now. I would try to get an organic, if possible. Avocado oil. Coconut oil, if you could use it. It has that little bit more of a sweetness in it. And then there's a mixture of avocado coconut oil, which is, I love using that. So, but I don't have any of it right now, so I'm just going to go ahead and use the sunflower oil. I'm going to lower this now that I have it at a hot point, which means well, on hot point meaning that it's going to be really hot. And then, but I don't want to burn unless you're doing blackened. Now, we could very well do this into a blackened tilapia, and that would be what makes it blackened is the smoke or the paprika. So I like using the smoked paprika, and I like going to a store that has all my spices and that they do all the hard work for me. So I don't have to do all the hard work, so, which is nice. So, unless you want to grow it yourself and dry it out and do all that hard work. So anyways, okay, so I have, I'd say about a half a cup, or maybe a little bit more. So I put more veggies, more than I do, than anything else. I'll put my veggies in there, and my bell peppers, my onions. And the reason why I like using julienne is because it's going to match the way I slice my tilapia. So, and you could use salmon if you prefer. Tilapia to me is a little bit fattier, and so it'll fall apart, but it's not gonna. It'll be nice. It'll still have that nice texture in it. So I'm gonna take my spatula. I'm even gonna stick that back in there, and then I'm gonna add the salt, which the salt is gonna help caramelize the onions. I'm just going to add a little bit more pepper. Yeah. And then I'm not going to put any of my fresh garlic in there. And the reason why I'm not going to use my fresh garlic is for two reasons. If you were to put fresh garlic in it now, it would have that little bit of a bitter taste, and I don't want that. So, I mean, you can use it, and you can grate it in there, like towards the end, and then if you want that fresh garlic, but I'm just going to use the powdered granulated garlic, which is nice. So, I usually cook that for about a good, I don't know, saute it. Let's use some terminology here. Saute it for about a good, I would say about 5 minutes after it's reached its hot point. So about 5 minutes until it's a little bit, the veggies are a little soft. And then I'm going to go ahead and add my tilapia in there. Okay. Okay, you can put your tilapia in there. Put that aside. Just toss it aside somewhere. Now I'm going to add a little bit of wine. So this is fun when you're cooking with wine. And this is just a Chardonnay. It's very, I mean, it's economical. You can get it at a store for about a couple dollars. So, I mean, you don't have to spend a lot. This is a good, whenever you get a cheaper brand of a wine, this is really good to, I mean, you can drink it, but I use it for cooking. But if I got, like, I really wanted a glass of wine and I didn't have any more, I'd probably drink a glass of that. So I'm going to gently saute that. I'm going to eat this. Already got the flavors. So I'm going to go ahead and add some of my Cajun spice. Oh, wait a minute. Let's do the garlic first. So I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of garlic, which is probably about a pinch. And then I'm going to go ahead and get some of my Cajun spices. And I like to recycle my jars and mark them, which is nice. So I'm going to go ahead and add my Cajun spice. And then I'm going to add just a little bit of my cumin on there. It's like a, well, I would say less than a pinch, a smidget. And then I'm going to add some dry oregano. I got some fresh oregano, but because the dry oregano gives it a little bit more of a flavor. So these flavor profiles are what's going to make my tilapia really delicious. Ah, that looks good. So make sure your meat is spread out a little bit. And then I'm going to add probably a little bit more oil because I don't want, now at this point, if you had some tomatoes, I would add the tomatoes in, the fresh tomatoes. I don't have any tomatoes. So, I hate that I don't have tomatoes. I get some good ripe tomatoes. Then I'm going to add some of my lime. Okay? And you want that lime to get rid of that fishy. And I like lime better than I do the lemon. For one, because lemon and limes are just completely two different. If you prefer to put lemon in there, you can. If you want to put orange, absolutely. Anything citrus is a really good combination. I want to make sure that's going to cook. Now I'm going to lower that. Okay? And while that's cooking, I'm going to make a nice little vinaigrette. And, oh, and I'm going to add, I like cilantro, so I'm going to add it into my tilapia while it's cooking. You don't have to if you don't like cilantro. I love cilantro. Anyways, okay. So I have some salsa that's already made. And I have some videos on salsa, on how to make some salsa. So I'm just going to add about a couple tablespoons of my salsa. Really easy vinaigrette, like a salsa vinaigrette. Let's put this aside so get it out of my way. Add a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. I have like about a tablespoon left, so I'm going to use the rest of that. So don't toss it out just because, oh, let's throw it away, because no, use it. Why would you want to throw away something that's good? And then you want to add like maybe a tablespoon of, I use an orange muscat champagne vinegar, so I guess any kind of vinegar would do. And I'm going to mix that up. Add a little bit of salt to that. Okay, and a little bit of pepper. And I might add, I'm going to taste it, because I don't know. See, I already have onions and garlic and all that in my salsa when I made it. This right here, this orange champagne vinegar, I don't think I need to add anything else to this. I really don't. So, okay, my tilapia is done. Okay, you have avocados mixed with guacamole. And if you don't want to use the brown rice, use quinoa. Yum, it's good, it's nutty, it's delicious. And then I'm just going to go ahead and scoop this. This will make two. My fillet, one fillet will serve two. So, you do the math. Oh, look at that. And it's so easy to make. I have to taste it. So the tilapia has a little bit of a muddy because they are a scavenger. So you can taste what they eat. So I'm going to add some of my vinaigrette. And because it has a little bit of sweetness to it, and you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead. I want to add something else. I mean, you could add some sliced jalapenos to it, but I wouldn't. If you want to add like a little bit more sweetness, then I would go ahead and add, I got a petite Mandarin orange, and this is so good. And now I'm going to supreme it, which means I'm going to cut it, you know, just cut it and cut the outside layer of it, and that way you kind of are deveining it, and you get, I know it's a pain, but once you get like the little tiny pieces, and then you can kind of let's get the rest of this. So supreme, you're just basically taking the veins out, and you're not serving it like this. That's chintzy. Don't do that. You're going to work in the kitchen, supreme the babies. Okay? And then I'm just going to add a little bit more. If you want to add some radish to it, you can. Just little tiny slivers of radish. If you want to make them into sticks, radish sticks, do it. I would make them into radish sticks. Okay? And then you can add more color to that. And then you have a nice salad. Add a little bit more cilantro. And go to town with this. Let me see if I got a fork. No, yeah, I do. An old fork. I'm going to use an old fork. It's got to be the right old fork. Oh, there it is. Ah. Okay, let's try this. It's so good. Nice salad, nice fresh salad for the spring, summer. Right away. The flavors are hitting. So, there you have it. You have my fajita salad, how I would serve it. Oh, it's got a little bit of a kick from that salsa. Oh, it's so good. Try this. I think your family would love it. If you're working in a restaurant, this would be a good, nice, fresh salad to make for your clients. They'll love it. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Bye.